and welcome back to 2.5 Gamers. We are all here today to talk about, well, it's basically a top 3, but it's a different kind of top 3 because it's not something that we have, it's something that we're probably gonna have. It depends on obviously whether Nintendo implement these ideas or not, but today's top 3 is basically going to be top 3 ideas we'd want for the Switch 2 in order for it to succeed, in order for us to play it more, because the thing is, the Switch, it's a good console, like, but
it's a really good console. That's why it's actually very hard to pick for it, because the console is like a massive success. It's not like a flop of a console. It's really good. So
no, it's not a flop, but it's a good console. But I'd say there's things about the first Switch that they are lacking, and I think if the Switch 2 had these 3 things, it could not only be a massive success to everyone, but also it's something that I personally want to see. And obviously these sorts of like Switch 2 speculation videos, they're all over the place. Everyone's trying to predict. Because the next update for the Switch 2 isn't until April. We obviously had that little teaser reveal thing. It's coming quick, but we obviously had that little brief teaser with Mario Kart 9. We know that the Joy-Cons are going to be magnetic. We know that, like, we've seen what it looks like in black. We don't know anything else. So let's try and guess at least.
Say as well, our points are things personal, like with like ourselves. Like most people probably wouldn't agree with us, but like they're things we would want. Like not things that we think should happen, or even things we just like preference-wise and stuff like that.
You could say this is a top 3, but you could also say it's a discussion video, because you know, like when we done the PS5 Pro, that was like
similar to that.
It's a bit similar to that, but the console isn't out yet, so these things could already be on there. We just don't know. So this is another one where
I'd say I've seen the first track. No, one of you put it in the group chat. I did see it. But
I was going to say, surely you've seen the teaser. Yeah, so this is another video where, stick around to the end and maybe even put your 3 things that you'd want to see. And you never know, like I say, they could already be in there when we find out in April, or we don't know. Let's just go around and start with our 3rd choice.
Number 3.
Well, what is it? Wait, so what is this top 3?
So number 1 would be the one you want the most.
Alright,
the one you want the least.
Alright, so
I was asking what way you're at.
Yeah.
I thought you meant what was we doing then?
I just wanted to make sure I got it right, because it's not the top one, so to say it now would be...
3 would be like, you want it, but it's not a big deal if it doesn't have it.
And my 3rd one is graphics, because a lot of the games get ported over from like the PC, PS4 and stuff onto the Switch. But like arse. And it's because it just doesn't have that graphics capability.
Would you say most third-party games?
Pretty much,
because first party is pretty solid,
all of them.
I would say first party are pretty solid, but pretty much most third party.
But I think that is the I think that is the Switch though, because obviously the third parties are producing, like I said, the like the PlayStation, the Xbox, the PC.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And the hardware for the Switch is just pretty cack. Whereas the first party know what they're dealing with and they're not pulling it over, so they can kind of spec it for that.
That's a very solid. That should be on mine, but
first party games are made in house, so they already have had months with the console to like make the game specifically for it. Like what Aarron was saying, third party games usually are made on a computer, and then they're normally ported to an Xbox and a PlayStation before they're then ported to a Switch. So they end up being significantly worse. Like you see all the time, like I can name a couple off the top of my head, like Witcher 3, and you know what I mean, like loads of.
Mortal Kombat 1 was.
Mortal
Kombat 11. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 11 actually.
There's so much.
With like people will put like Homelander, and he looks really good on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, but he looks like dog shit on Switch.
It looks like PS1.
A massive difference. I was going to say,
it's really bad.
No, that's a really good choice. So you want better third party support?
Basically,
yeah.
You could say that for Nintendo for a long time. I really do feel like though as well.
No, you say that though, because the Wii had good third party.
There was some there was nowhere near as good though compared to their competition. Realistically, it was their first party that's always sort of carried them, but it's about time they change that and make an effort.
Right, I've got to say, I like your 3rd because it kind of ties into my 3rd. So I'd say your 3rd, you could say, is better third-party support in terms of graphics. Mine is better third-party support in terms of, I think Switch needs to have these franchises if they want to be number 1. So, if Switch have... So for my 3rd, it's better third-party support, but these franchises need to come over. And that is, you mentioned earlier, COD. Games like Marvel Rivals,
100%.
Valorant, and the biggest one, GTA 6. Now...
That goes into graphics, though.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mine ties into
that
yours.
Won't be great for
Yeah,
Switch.
exactly.
You already know, don't you? Like, you're not getting it for Nintendo.
But if it could,
yeah.
this is what I'm saying. If Switch 2 could be so powerful that it can run GTA 6, because I said this several times on stream as well, they win. Imagine being able to play GTA 6 anywhere you want, literally anywhere. Natively. So that's why yours and mine, you could kind of like,
interlink.
Like, you know, like in Terminator, they can do the a bit like go like, I might have to edit that in. They go hand in hand, but yeah, like if the Switch 2 is going to have better graphics, I think if it can run them games, if it can be able to run Black Ops 6 or even whatever the next COD is, it needs these franchises because these franchises are what keep people coming back. So they have a massive esports scene. Because I know Nintendo are also in esports with Smash, with Splatoon.
Oh, Smash is so good.
Things like that. But imagine if they could be in more esports because they can have, again, COD.
For third party as well.
They need to have these major franchises. And I've had people say to me several times on stream, you know, JC, well, how would you react if Switch 2 could play GTA 6? I said it would win. It would hands down win because even though everyone would still be loyal to their consoles, like their PlayStation, their Xboxes, still being able to say, yeah, but I can play GTA 6 anywhere I want, and it actually runs decent. It's not laggy. It doesn't look like shit. It's not. That would be amazing. So yeah, my third choice is also third-party support, but better with better graphics, better performance.
That's fair. Actually, what's just made me pick mine as third is something you just mentioned in yours, where you could take it as you go all the time. But it just made me think. I'm the only one that probably thinks like this as well, because everyone hates the Switch Lite. I think it's the best version.
Oh.
And like, I really, the Switch Lite, I just think it feels better in my hands. It's light, it's lovely. And I don't ever play my Switch on the TV. Probably because of what you two linked into it. I only play the first party if I do go on there. And a lot of times,
you won't notice.
Like if I'm gonna play on my TV, I'm just gonna go on the consoles that are better. So like the one thing they're best at is handheld. So make it more handheld. Do the thing you're good at. Yeah. And like I do prefer. Like I never play on TV. So like I just hope they do a version like a Switch Lite 2 as well. And it's not just. And I'd kind of like it on release day and be greedy. Like I want a Lite straight away. Like and I don't want it 2 years later because I probably won't play my Switch as much. Like, I'd play it more if it was a Lite.
And again, this is
cheaper.
Also,
it's great for us cheap people. It's brilliant. They're like £100 less straight away. Perfect. And I do. Again, not many people will agree. Most people hate the Switch Lite, and I know why. But I like it, and I want a version, and that's as good as the other one as well, which is hard.
It still needs to be as powerful.
It still needs to be as good, but. Yeah, that would be my third. I hope they do one.
You don't want like a Series X and Series S thing, where the Series S is slightly underpowered to the Series X. You want them both to be the same power, just one smaller and one bigger.
I can imagine, at least same power handle. Well, I get it's going to be hard to compete with playing on TV and that, but like, I hope they do that quick after release. And I think the Switch Lite come out a good few years later after the
Wasn't it like 2 or 3?
I was thinking 2, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think it was the Switch Lite was 2 years after, then the OLED was a year after the Lite. I think it was something like that. There was like a bit of a gap. I might edit in the dates of all.
I'd actually be curious to know myself, but I hope they don't make me wait too long.
Yeah, and they haven't already done it. Again, this is all speculation.
That's what I mean.
We could say something and it could actually be true. We just don't know. That's what makes this like video exciting. Which when I had the idea.
If they steal my idea of the Switch, if they do it straight away. Because they've coincidentally seen me. At least a payout would be nice.
Number 2.
Number 2s, let's go.
I don't actually have a number 2. I have 2, and I want to save my number 1 for the top thing because the top 1 is the main reason I don't really play my Switch.
It might be the same as our number 1.
I'm really confident it's going to be the same. The fact you just said that. Can you imagine you just throw some comment out there?
That's not the same. That's number 1.
Yeah, I don't like how they eject. I don't know how the cartridge ejects. That's my number 1.
It could just be.
Oh, is that actually your number 1, or are you joking?
No, you're joking.
I was going to say, if that actually was it, I was going to be like, what? That sounds like a number 2.
I wanted to catapult across the room.
Being on cartridge could be one for people though.
We know that.
Actually,
because that
probably also makes it
hard for third party to make a game on it because on cartridge and that because they're used to doing it for a disc now. I don't know if that makes it, probably does, use or no more, but I'm sure that would make a difference.
Oh, actually, to be fair, I do have one now, you mentioned it. Default storage space. If they made one that's just more, so you don't have to buy a random memory card. I know it's a small thing,
no, that's a good point.
But the small things sometimes put you off the most. Like, it does.
Because I've got the same Switch I had since the release. I think I've got mine. Yeah.
Nice.
And
the original one?
I can't remember what the storage space is, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all.
It's really small. The OLED had slightly more, but even then, you still always have to buy an SD card.
But I'd argue again, that's probably for every console. I feel like Xbox and PlayStation do it more. Like
but they release.
They do
bigger hard drives later on, don't they?
Yeah.
The same Nintendo could do.
But the Switch just hasn't.
That's a fair one though. Yeah.
That's actually that's a really solid number 2. That, and it was again like. Well,
did you
not like that?
Surely must have meant that.
No, I've now heard that. Yeah, I've now heard how it sounded.
Solid number.
A real solid
you
number
have good solid number 2. Then. You've done well.
God damn it. Now you can really tell these videos aren't scripted. My second choice, and this is a feature that is actually from the Nintendo 3DS. And I would love to see them bring back. I don't know if you two are familiar with this.
Is it going to be?
No,
I was just saying,
3D.
The screen thing for free because that was horrible.
No. Bottom 3 maybe, but no.
Yeah.
Right. Street Pass.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, do either of you remember Street Pass?
I didn't use it a lot, but everyone always used to go on about it. So
I loved it.
If you walked around with your 3DSs around town, you used to ping.
Oh, mate, I loved it.
At London Games Market.
Yeah.
Because it only went down.
I think you still can.
Years ago?
I'm not. Actually, maybe you can't. I don't know.
I think it's down now.
I was sure like a few
sure the
years
3DS
ago, like, people used to do it at Games Markets and stuff.
Yeah.
And be outside. Yeah, I'm sure.
I loved Street Pass. So many hours were put into it, and again, this is another one that. On stream, everyone talks to me about, because I think actually it was during one of my Sonic Generation streams. Alex, actually, shout out Alex, Nintendo Gamer.
Yeah,
he mentioned it. So if anything, I'm kind of also pinching it off of him because he said it in my chat.
No, he used
but I 100% agree with him. Street Pass was so cool. It's definitely another reason why you'd use the Switch more, because like you say, like you take your 3DS everywhere and you'd hear it ping and you'd go onto it and see like, oh, someone else with a 3DS was near me. I think if they'd done that with Switch 2, that would be so sick. And add more mini games
reason
to
to
it.
go outside and use your Switch as well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it's there for to start with, isn't it?
Yeah, otherwise why would you have it be a handheld? Yeah.
That's a solid point.
So yeah.
A good solid number 2.
Yeah, so thanks, I really squeezed that one out.
Now I'm going to hit you with a stinky number 2.
God.
This is one I mentioned. This is one I mentioned to you, and again, I'm probably the only person that prefers it. But you know when they used to save it onto the cart on DS?
No, I agree with this actually. I do agree with this.
Solid, because I just said that. I knew everyone would agree. No, but because I am one. I mean, you can see that's just like half my switches. I've got about 7-8 switches just through over the years of collecting variants of them. And I like to have sometimes more than one out and just pick up any. Like a DS, I can get any of my DS's and just put in. If that one's dead, I can just grab another one. I think you said you can just change the SD card and stuff, but why? Just save it to the cart. If you're going to stick with cartridge, just save it. Why? Like, it's just so much easier on the deal. Like, you can just in and out take it, and it's safe. It just made life so much better. So I think like it's a simple one, and there is ways you can just go around it, like changing the SD card. But I am lazy as well. Like, why should I have to do something that I didn't have to do like 5-10 years ago on the older consoles? Like, why change it? But
I'm pretty sure they stopped that though. Stopped saving it on the cartridge to stop modders, because they were just modding save files. But if it's on the actual console, it's a lot harder to mod it from the console.
But you know, when you think they'll always find a way.
Yeah,
you know, eventually they'll always find a way. So I think like if that is reason, you think like, just let them mod it. Who cares? Like, it made my life easier back then. Like, but I wonder if I'd love to know if people do know if that's the reason, because that would be very interesting.
Sure that's the reason.
Yeah. No, because wasn't it also as well, it was really easy for people to produce them, you know, them cartridges. I'm sure everyone must have had that one kid who had one. Where it would say like 250 games in one. And it literally had everything. And every game you could save as well. But the thing is, someone's already done that for Switch as well, Switch 1.
They'll always get broken.
You can't stop it. You can't stop it.
Eventually people will just learn and adapt to that, how to do it new. Like, so I think
there's always a way.
Yeah, so that'd probably be my number 2.
Very nice.
I'm curious though to see if other people think the same. If they're like, you could just take the SD card out, stop being lazy. I'd be curious to see how
it's
people
like I say,
think about that.
please comments. Like we could even do a follow up where we read your comments, see what we think of your ideas.
Just
but
to hate.
Yeah. All three of yours are shit.
Horrible replies,
This is what it needs. You don't know. Right.
Number 1.
Number ones then. Let's go.
I can't remember what mine was.
What? You said you were saving it.
I got a feeling ours is the same.
Yeah.
Oh, right, 1 minute, you're jigging it a bit. Keep talking.
Oh, what? So should we just say what ours is then?
Yeah,
and
go
then
on, just in case.
Ours is the same, if that helps.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't
know what it is. How's that gonna help?
Oh, what was it? I said that earlier, didn't I? I said,
I've got a feeling it's going to be the same.
Oh, no, I remember it now.
Right.
So,
It's got to be.
the biggest thing it can't have.
It's got to be.
Oh,
it can't have.
Oh, can't have.
Or should have.
Shouldn't have. It just shouldn't have it.
Oh,
it's a different
no, it's
one.
not the same.
Oh, okay, thank God. It just should not have this. But it just can't. Just like a no.
Right.
Stick drift.
We did
okay,
mention that, funnily enough.
Yeah, no, we
before.
talked about this off
Can't have
camera.
stick drift.
Joy-Cons
It's the main
was
reason I
gonna
don't
be my-
play my Switch because of stick drift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You had that problem quite
Apparently
quickly,
they
I feel
have
like.
fixed that though, but you never know.
But
it could still happen.
Again, not this.
By the time you buy it, it's
I
too
don't
late.
like the magnetic Joy-Cons. I feel like there's going to
I
be problems
agree, that
with
one's
them.
gonna be one
There's
as
going to be a
well.
lot of problems with them, but
Yeah.
that's for a different video.
And I don't
maybe.
understand why they didn't just stick with that.
It works.
Well, with the
You know,
slidey thing, yeah.
And it makes the click.
If it
like
ain't
the
broke, don't
slogan.
fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the magnetic ones will get very over time worn and not be as
Yeah.
good. But that again, we'll mention that later in another video.
Yeah,
maybe.
we could
for the
probably we could probably talk about that when they do either the updated review in April or when we actually have our hands on one and we could actually do a discussion video where we properly talk about it and pick it apart.
Dissect it to make sure it's a solid number 2.
Yeah, that's it. Just all of us wearing like surgeon gowns and we've got a Switch 2 in front of us and proper start picking at it.
You're
Our
going to
number
regret
one.
not having this in your list.
Yeah,
I
our
think
number
actually, I don't know
one.
if you'll care or not, but yeah, I think you
I
will.
don't know, you might.
Yeah.
It depends. But I speak for both Harry and myself when I say that our number one choice and the Switch 2 needs to have this because it's the reason we keep going back to PlayStation and Xbox. Some form of achievement system. Please.
You see why we thought you'd have.
Yes.
So I don't know if you care. Yeah.
Are you not?
No, but I get why everyone else, and including you guys,
It's
would.
Yeah.
You know, it has somewhat made like playing older games half the time hard because you're like,
Yeah.
I just want to see it. Like I don't go for 100% like you, but I do like just getting
It's
them. Like for
addictive.
completing the level, I
To be
like
fair,
it.
yeah, when
Like,
you complete a level and it just pops up,
It's
chapter
nice.
1 completed, a little ding. It's
and
like
I know
Yeah.
it sounds silly. Like I could easily say to you, "Oh, I completed that PS1 game last year," and you could be like, "Yeah, fuck off, did you?"
Yeah.
I know it sounds silly. Like once I got the achievement, I could say no, but no, look, like, I've done it. Like I could show you. I mean, theoretically, I could have got someone else to do it, but it's on my account, so like, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like having that's why they haven't got that.
It's been a thing that people have wanted for years. I'd say since the Wii U. Like since the Wii U, people
Maybe
have said.
older than that, but yeah, probably the Wii
No,
U.
but I'd say Wii U because
Yeah.
Wii U was around sort of when PS3 was going to PS4 and Xbox 360 was going to Xbox One.
The thing is, 360 smashed it by doing
Yeah,
it before
360 was
anyone.
what
They
introduced
done well,
it, and then
yeah.
obviously PlayStation copied. Why
With a
Nintendo
cooler name,
haven't?
trophies.
Yeah.
Like, everyone loves getting a trophy.
Yeah,
like,
why Nintendo still haven't? Why Nintendo still maintain this old-fashioned mindset of beating the game should be its own achievement?
Yeah,
No,
bollocks.
we like to compete online. It's addicting. I'd even say I prefer trophies because it breaks it down because you know that you can't get a platinum unless you've got everything else. Whereas gamer score for me is too general because, for example, you could have 35k gamer score, I could have 35k. Whether you 100% in more than me or not, we don't know because you could have just played more games than me. But yeah, the point still stands. It's been too long. It's about time, Nintendo. Get some online achievements on there. Call them coins, stars. I'm giving you ideas,
like,
Nintendo. Give them some category. Stars would be sick, wouldn't it?
It makes sense as well. Like, just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Knight used to say, or maybe they still do.
They still do, yeah. Just
you
do
know
it.
what I mean?
Because I don't go on my Switch enough because like when I'm playing it, I just think, what's the point? Like I've got if I decide to 100% complete Mario Sunshine for the 15th time, what do I have to show for it? Like you said, I could turn around to you and go, oh yeah, look, I've done that, and you'll go, yeah, bullshit. Show us your save file. But if you can go on my profile and see, I'll be like, nice there, see? You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's just nice.
It is nice,
like bragging rights and even just self-pride in getting them. They are just fun to get. Like,
yeah. And you can have some silly ones as well. Like there's always like silly achievements like Lollipop Chainsaw with the 1 gamer score for looking up the girl's skirt. And, you know, like they're fun as well.
I still need to play that, so I'm glad you said
really
that.
good game. Really good game.
I mean, I would have got the trophy or achievement anyway, but
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, they add a whole other dimension to games, and you can see why everyone, like even PC have them, like on Steam.
Yeah.
Steam have achievements. So it's
that's
like,
why I wasn't sure if you would care because you are more on PC, but I don't know if you go from on there or whatnot.
not
but
really.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our 3 ideas.
Yeah.
I do have another one to add.
Oh!
Just because you both had the same one.
Oh, actually, go on then. Yeah, that actually makes it then.
Yeah.
A more solid online system.
You know, funny enough,
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because it's arse, isn't it? It's
And yeah, the
I
servers are
don't know about
shit.
you, when you got friends as well, it's so much easier to look them up like on other like. It's just
it's shit on the Switch.
on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's
You
terrible.
can't even message.
I was just saying,
on
yeah, there's no like,
Yeah, oh
there's
my
not
God,
much
yeah, you're
online.
right.
It's just not that great for online,
It's
is it?
No,
Like-
it's quite pointless. You'd have to have someone on your friends list on WhatsApp or something to talk to.
Yeah.
Like if you're both
Yeah.
playing the same game, you can't even message them. Oh, do you want to play this?
Yeah,
Funny you
and
said
you,
that,
you
'cause-
can't quick invite either.
It's
No,
really
because
funny
on
you said that, 'cause I was
PlayStation,
thinking
Xbox,
the
you can
exact
quick
same
invite,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, the online features need to be better.
Yeah.
They need to keep up with their competitors. At the end of the day, who
Yeah, they're miles.
Who are
they're
both
like
doing the-
almost PS3.
Yeah.
It's really
don't
bad.
get me wrong, first party games probably up there with PlayStation are clearly the best too.
Yeah.
But
And at the
if that's
minute,
all you've got to, you need to be able to offer a bit more.
No,
Not than just great first.
at the minute,
they
the
have got great
Switch
first-party games,
One
but-
is the second best-selling console in the world.
See,
Under
that's
the
where-
PS2.
Yeah.
But that's only because of first-party support, as well as I think COVID helped as well, because Animal Crossing and things like
But
that.
that's where I will say, like, our 3 point. We all love the Switch. Like the Switch is
Yeah.
unreal. Like that's why, like, we're not hating on it or anything like that.
No, we just think
3 things that we think
could
would
make
be
it better.
nice. Yeah.
Because things can always be good, things can always be great, but we can always get better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, why would they even make a new one? Do you know what I mean? But it's a
About
much
time,
due. Yeah, it's a much
About
due
time,
upgrade. The
yeah.
Switch, even though the Switch 1 has only been out for what 7-8 years, it's still, like you said, it feels like a PS3 almost. It feels decades behind. It's still good,
Really,
but it
yeah.
still feels if I wanted to
I
still
think
play
it's spot
PS3,
on
I'd
the
play
PS3
PS3. Yeah.
comparison. Yeah, I'd say yes.
Yeah, like no party chat. To be fair, the PS3 is actually more advanced in the online thing because you could still message people and invite them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When you actually think about it, wild.
But you can't do it on
It's
Switch.
more like the original Xbox when you got the fucking dongle
literally.
thing. Realistically,
Actually
like,
is.
the only thing is with that you had to plug like the cable in and stuff. But like this,
Yeah.
you can just go around there the same. But it's more, so it needs online improvement definitely.
So yeah, so let us know what you guys think. Let us know your 3 ideas that you want to see implemented in the Switch 2. Hopefully in April when we get the next update, we find out if maybe some of these features are going to be added, maybe they're not, maybe they can add something that none of us thought of. So it's going to be very exciting to find out what's going on with the Switch 2. And until we actually get our hands on
back
one,
in the editing,
Yeah.
love it.
but yeah, anyway, that's going to be it from us. You've all been a wonderful audience. Again, please leave comments and don't forget to hit up all of our socials in the description, our Instagrams, our Facebook page for more updates and videos and things like that.
Hit them up, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. And for more content as well, subscribe to 2.5 Gamers UK. And as we always say, you'll see us, we'll see you in the next one. So take care.